It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Deontay Hardy to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's taken in by Henry. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play fake with Jackson. He puts some juice on it. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. He lets a heater go deep middle. His first throw is an interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one, and number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Lamar off the play fake. Gets this to Bateman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And now they have a first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here with Henry. Punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He's trying another one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Achane goes up and over for the touchdown. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hardy on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He's got Andrews. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action, here's Jackson. It is caught left side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They send Aguilar in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finding Flowers. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Jackson off the play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Man in motion here. Jackson now on 3rd. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Aguilar with the grab. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Handoff headed right to Henry. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their early lead to 13. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Dolphins 7.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They've got first down from the 31. Tua now from the gun. This finds Smith. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41. Tua off the play fake. And a man is there to knock that away. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And now it's second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They've got a man in motion. Here's a chain up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start with second and 6. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Play fake, Jackson. left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 21
That
yards.
chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw for Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Dump off caught by his back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bullock's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Justin Tucker. to
Now
kick off
Tucker
the
on to
ball.
handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Miami set to take over once again on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Going play action. Tagovailoa bails out of the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge, but offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. On the move, and they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got Smith. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Taken in by Likely. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw, Tua. Achane reels it in. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Andrews with the catch. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Into the hands of Likely. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Aguilar, the receiver in motion right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Lamar out of the pistol. This finds Likely. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They send the tight end in motion left. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Now Jackson off the play action. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Lamar throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. And they make this stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Lamar. Gets this one to Andrews. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They send a tight end in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. Headed out right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Dolphins offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. A tight end in motion now. 1st down, here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Slot receiver headed left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Henry on the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And again, it's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Jackson yet again. Dump off caught by his back. He's still going at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Jackson's gonna throw again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't gonna risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Jackson to throw it. Short pass brought in. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Motioning one of the tight ends. Now Jackson on 3rd down. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They put Flowers in motion right. On 1st down, Jackson. He goes back to him yet again, complete.
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 1st down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Lamar now from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Man in motion out of the slot. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. This a 39-yarder. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that grows the lead to 27.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll stick with Achane. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st and 10 from the 41. Tua now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Achane on the inside give. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Tua setting up to throw. Able to find Achane.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punting unit out now. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range, Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. Second down. They motion the slot man right. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to Flowers. He's got a gain of 6 there. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give right side to Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Aguilar with the grab. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. They don't get anything on 1st, and now they face 2nd and 15.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lamar off to play fake. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. The tight end going in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one finds Barrios. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Second and 3 now. Now Tua to throw. Has a man, it's Achane. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Trying for it, it's Achane. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Here's 2nd and 14. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Got his target. It's Hill.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
4th and forever coming up. Back to throw, Tua. That's caught beyond the marker. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. He's got room to roam here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st down, here's Lamar. Put the body on the line for his team. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Tight end in motion right. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delayed game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Motion man sent left. They'll run here following the penalty. Big gap up the middle. And finally they catch up to him at the 11.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead.
Dolphins 14. Justin Tucker. to
Now
kick
Tucker
off
on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Tua looking to throw. This finds Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now run with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Running once more with Henry. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he's tackled for a short gain. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Miami.